So after seeing that video, it's very impactful. And is this something that you've ever had to do before? And how was it for you to do something like this out on the scene without the normal provisions that you normally have here?
It's something that I never have done before. I'm not even sure I've been mentally prepared. I mean, I used to be involved with EMS before I became a physician. I was an EMT for several years, and you know, so I was involved with the rescues and, you know, car accidents and that kind of thing. I was in New York on September 11th, so I wasn't with the urban search and rescue team, but I was involved. I was actually there when the first building collapsed. I was involved. Then I went to my emergency department, which was a trauma center. We were busy that day. I was involved with the recovery effort afterwards. But this is completely different. I mean, being in another country, at least in New York, we were still in New York. You know, you could go north of Houston Street and you were, you know, somewhat normal. Here, you were just surrounded by, you know, devastation. You were in a foreign country. You didn't speak the language. So it's totally different. When the location we went to, it was at night. We got there at 7 o'clock at night. We weren't even sure where we were. We were on the back of pickup trucks. And, you know, we had some translators, but, and then the amputation itself, you know, it's something I had a couple of hours before they could get all the debris out to sort of mentally prepare myself and physically prepare myself and get all my equipment ready. And then I just had to do it. You know, it was something that it was an uncomfortable space. When I first looked at the hole that they wanted me to go into, where the girl was, my first response was, I can't do it. I won't be able to do it. It was too small and too narrow. And it turned out I couldn't do it because there was still too much debris. I wouldn't have been able to reach her. So my first instinct was right. And then afterwards, one of the firefighters went in and showed me that they could get in there and reach the girl and sort of get in the position I needed to be. And then I just went in and did it. You know, it was very hot, and I couldn't wear a helmet or anything. I just was wearing goggles and a face mask because the space was too narrow. So if I had a helmet on, I wouldn't have been able to move my head at all. And when I was crawling, my glasses, goggles I was wearing fogged up, and I started like hyperventilating. And I just had to close my eyes and take some deep breaths, and I said to myself that if I don't do this now, it doesn't matter about me right now or my family, I'm already here, and if I don't do this now, she will die. There's nobody else that's going to do it. Yeah. So, you know, in terms of being mentally and physically prepared, you know, it's not something I thought I was going to have to do. But
is that something that stays with you?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, you know, something I'll
never forget. At least it has a happy ending, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it was tough afterwards. You know, we had other things we had to do, but when I was able to follow up with her, which was nice. I mean, she didn't just get lost. We brought her to the University of Miami Field Hospital, and I spent a considerable amount of time afterwards talking to her, and she thanked me. I mean, she was gracious and grateful that she was a survivor. So, you know, I don't feel guilty or, you know, bad that we had to do this. So.
And did she have family? Were you able to get to that point?
They died.
Really?
She lost everybody.
Wow.
So.
Well, at least, you know, she is able to live on for her family.
Yeah, and she, you know, she went to rehabilitation, and she's, I think, in rehabilitation now. I'm not sure she's going to be able to get a prosthetic and stuff like that, but, you know, she'll be taken care of.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor. Really amazing stories that came out of Haiti, and we're really proud that you were able to go and do good over there. And we look forward to having you on the show on lighter subjects.
Thank you.
Not exactly this.
Yeah, I do want to mention also that David Vargas, who is one of our paramedics, played a key role. He was amazing. And he was really the person I went to for guidance because he'd been on so many deployments before. So, you know, unfortunately couldn't be here today, but it really was a team effort. I mean, we went down with like 84 people, 9 dogs, all of our equipment. And, you know, again, it was my first deployment, so the team did great. They did great things. They were able to save lives like they've never had before. And, you know, I just want to compliment all of them and all the other search teams, including the Miami-Dade search team that was down there.
It was 84 of you in the search and rescue team that you went with?
84 with our team. There's 84 with the other Miami team, the Miami-Dade team. Ours is South Florida. It's comprised of the city of Miami as a sponsoring agency, and then all the other neighboring agencies in Miami-Dade County, except for Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. So Coral Gables, Hialeah, Key Biscayne, and Miami Beach, and then anybody from Broward County, Palm Beach County, and the Keys, and we had some people from Tampa. So
and David is the only other member that went from Coral Gables?
We have other members that are on the team, but David's the only other one who was deployed on this mission. But he did a fantastic job.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Coral Gables now is just getting started. Coming up, local high school students do their part to help kids in the Dominican Republic get an education.
You might be getting a friendly door knock. I'll tell you why.
And Doctors Hospital has a new leader. We'll meet him after the break. We'll be right back.